Man, day one of the wild card series was insane, bro. And if you're any pitcher not named Max Scherzer and Ryan Hesley, you had a great day. Or Alek Manoah, because we know pressure's only something you put in tires, right? Man, you suck, man. Well, I'm saying that because I'm a Yankees fan. Listen, let's not be biased. Alek Manoah's a good pitcher. This is not the Yankees video, so let me not be biased. But rocking the Phillies shirt, RIP Doc Holliday from his no-hitter in the NLDS. His Blue Jays, on the other hand, didn't do too well. But, I mean, this is electric. I'm excited that the MLB has changed the playoffs to this format because we have four elimination games today. And they're all electric and they're all great pitching duels. Let's talk about it, man. And before I preview the pitching matchups today, which they are amazing, let's talk about yesterday real quick, give our quick reactions. Game 1, Tampa Bay Rays versus the Guardians, a true pitcher's duel, and who else but Jose Ramirez to come up big for the Guardians and hit a 2-run shot to put them on top, and the Cardinals, the Guardians bullpen was able to lock it down from there. I'm telling you, if you are losing to the Cardinals late in the game, Emmanuel Clase is coming up. I've seen him during regular season. He pitches more than most closers I've seen in MLB. He's willing to pitch 4-5 times in a single week, and he's going to be a workhorse and an absolute gem for this Guardians if they're able to move past the Rays. And then we have the Phillies, who are on the brink of being shut out in the first game of the playoffs, which will have not fared well going into game 2 against Mike Mikolas. But the sixth, first off, I want to give a shout out to Juan Yepes, who the first pinch hit go-ahead home run in Cardinals playoff history. Truly amazing to come off the bench. The definition of being locked in, of playing for the name on the front of the jersey instead of the back, he has done that. Truly came up for his team when they needed him most. And essentially, we thought it was going to be the deciding factor. But Ryan Hesley had other thoughts. He came into the game, looked absolutely atrocious. And then Andre Palante came in. And listen, I'm not going to lie. The swing that Jan Segura made, where he just sliced the ball and went through the second baseman, it was on the floor. So as a pitcher, that you throw your hands up, you're like, what? Come on, man. But it's exciting to see. But essentially, Ryan Hesley, you have to be better. If you want your team to go on a playoff run, this is a time where you have to be locked down. It doesn't matter what you have done in the regular season. Right now matters. And now we're going to take it to Toronto, where pressure is only something you put in tires. I probably already said it already. I'm going to say it like 5 more times in this video because it was an absolute hilarious quote from Alek Manoah, who came out and in the first inning, he gave up 3 runs. True shout out to Kyle Raleigh, true big country, who's going up there. And he has one thing on his mind, and that's to put that ball over the fence. And that's exactly what he did. And when you have Luis Castillo on the bump for you, that's all you need. 2-3 runs is all you need to take the win home for the Seattle Mariners. And they're scary. They have so many different looks coming out of that bullpen. So many hard throwers coming out of that bullpen. They can throw literally anything at you. They can close a game with 5 different pitchers. And you just be tossing your hand up not knowing, because they can truly mix it up. And if they're getting that much rest because their starter's going 7 1/3, the Mariners are going to be scary. Well, not much to say about the Blue Jays because they got blanked. Great performance by Vlad Guerrero. You got to remember, this is his house, so he had to hold down that fortress. Let's go on to the final game. And the final game, I'm going to keep it short and simple, just like Max Scherzer's start. He had an absolute horrible start. They say he's battling an oblique injury, but listen, if you're on that field and you're competing, it is all fair game. He gave up 7 earned runs to the Padres, I believe all of them being on shots. If I'm pretty sure I know, he gave up 4 home runs to one to Profar, Machado. Who else hit a home run? I can't even remember. It was so many. But on the other end, the Mets had terrible at-bats. Me personally watching this in game, into its entirety. Just terrible, terrible, terrible at bats, which I do want to give credit to Yu Darvish for. But even after he came out, Eugenio Suarez came in. Wait, no, Eugenio Suarez plays for the Mariners. Well, Suarez came in for the Padres, the reliever, and still had him off balance. They were sweet. They had, even though they were down in counts, having quick innings, no one cared. They were swinging first pitch. They were popping up in the infield, inducing weak contact, or even if they did, it was a line drive straight to the outfielder. Very, 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 very poor outing by the Mets lineup. Hopefully they could turn around in game 2 with Blake Snell, who's been very up and down, but I don't know. I really don't. Now the first game of the day, the game in which this video is probably going to come out after, is going to be the Guardians and Rays. As I said, every game is an elimination game today. So with their backs on the wall, the Rays are putting Tyler Glasnow on the mound. Their injured pitcher, who is coming back from injury, he's not injured anymore, thank God, because he's an amazing pitcher. He's essentially a 2-pitch pitcher, but 2 of the best pitches in baseball. With his four seam, which has a lot of run and a very tight spin, so it doesn't drop as much as the average MLB fastball, and a curveball that drops insane. So essentially he works high fastballs and very low curveballs. And then we have Tristan McKenzie, who's been one of the hottest pitchers in baseball as of recent. He's truly coming into his own as, a pitcher who's going to 2-seam, 4-seam, change-up, curveball. The typical mix, but his delivery and his height plays a huge advantage to him on that mound. So very excited to see this series. And now let's go on to the next one. And in the next one, we have Robbie Ray versus his former team, the team he won the Cy Young with, and Kevin Gausman, who has played amazing this year. Not a Cy Young season in any way, shape, or form, but a quality pitcher. Did I say quality? Quality. Quality pitcher. A pitcher who is going to give you about 6 innings, 1 or 2 runs, and is going to put his team in a position to win. And it's with the Blue Jays. I'm not going to say the Blue Jays looked bad yesterday, because they were facing one of the best pitchers in baseball. And Luis Castillo, ever since being traded to the Mariners, has been absolutely electric. He alone has embarrassed the Yankees, and he's a team that I'm thankful that the Yankees don't have to face in the DS. Because if we have to face Luis Castillo twice, that can easily be a first-round exit. So no shot at the Jays for losing that game, because Luis Castillo is a true ace in this game. But this game's going to be very interesting. Two pitchers who are going to give you similar performance, which you're a little not as sure what you're going to get with Robbie Ray, because he's been very up and down this year. But a pitcher with amazing stuff and some of the tightest pants in baseball. Pause. But it's true. Look at it. And now we're going on to the game in Queens, baby. Followed by a very, very disappointing outing for Max Scherzer. And everyone's saying he's fighting an injury or this and the third. But me personally, if you're on that field, if you're competing, it's fair game and there's no excuses to be made. But also, I'm rooting for the Mets. I want a Subway Series. A Subway Series is going to be amazing. So I'm rooting for the Mets to succeed in this series. And also, personally, I don't like the Padres. I don't know why. I can't explain to you why I don't like the Padres. It's just something about them. But they have Blake Snell, who is, again, like the pitcher I mentioned previously, Robert. He's been very up and down this year. He can have an electric 7-inning shutout performance like he had versus the Yankees a couple years back. Or he can go 5 innings with 4 runs. He's really that kind of pitcher, but he has power stuff. He has great stuff. It's just in terms of can he control it, or is he going to leave pitches down the plate like he does very often? And on the other side, he has one of the greatest pitchers, one of the greatest talents we have ever seen in this sport, in Jacob deGrom. I truly wish we weren't being robbed of being able to see him for a full season or 80% of it every year, because injuries have truly derailed what he could have done in the league today. But Jacob deGrom in his past couple of starts has not been too hot. I believe he had in his past 5, he has 3 outings in which he gave up 3 or more. So it's interesting to see in this elimination game, this win or go home game, or win or stay home for the Mets, because you're already in Queens, how Jacob deGrom is going to pitch. If he is on, the Padres do not stand a chance. But if you give them an opportunity, the Padres are going to knock on the door once, and then they're going to kick it down because this team can score runs in bunches. And now let's go on to the final matchup of the day. And in this matchup, we have the Phillies, who I'm just rocking for today because I got this Doctober shirt at the thrift store, and I thought it was pretty cool, man. I'm a baseball fan, and I loved Roy Halladay. Looking back on it, just watching him, it was amazing. It was at a younger age, but listen, the Doc, he holds a lot of respect in the MLB community. R.I.P. to him. But now we're going to talk about his team and the Phillies and Cardinals. Oh my gosh, I know I've already talked. If you're at this point in the video, I've already talked about what the Cardinals did yesterday, what Ryan Helsley did yesterday, and it put the Phillies in the driver's seat because you have Aaron Nola on the mound with his counterpart being Mike Mikolas. Aaron Nola is he's a great pitcher, an amazing talent, a Cy Young talent in this league. So if he is on and he is ready and willing to just lock in and perform for his team, it's going to be scary, and the Phillies are going to go to the DS. But Mike Mikolas hasn't been any slouch either. He had an amazing beginning to this season. He has kind of leveled off since, but I wouldn't count him out either because pitchers, listen, it's something about starting pitching in the in the playoffs. It is amazing because they truly lock in. It is the purest form of baseball. You don't have to worry about travel too much. You don't have to worry about all the factors that the regular season brings because you're locked in. You're playing this one team and no other team. It is this game or nothing, and I love it. I absolutely love playoff pitching. As a pitcher myself, it's just it's beautiful to watch. Absolutely beautiful. And let's see what's going to happen. I believe this game out of all of them might be the most exciting to me because we have Aaron Nola going against one of the most potent offenses in the MLB. So let's see what happens, man. Let's see what he can do. I don't know, man. It's an amazing day of baseball. Honestly, that's what this series has brought: the excitement, the joy, the suspense. This playoff format is truly amazing. And yeah, man, this is just a quick video talking about my reactions, giving a quick preview of today. It might not come out by the time some games have happened, but I woke up a little late and I wanted to make this video, so here it is. I'm going to try to give more baseball-related videos that aren't strictly Yankees. I know I'm a Yankees fan, and I like to talk about what I know. I like to talk about the team I watch every single day instead of a team I could watch occasionally because I'm not as informed as with the Yankees, and I don't just like to talk about things I don't know about. But pitching is one thing I do because I watch a lot of pitching. I've seen all these pitchers pitch many times. Full game, full starts, except maybe Mike Mikolas, who I've watched the least out of the bunch. But all these pitchers, all these aces, I have seen, and I'm excited for today's slate of baseball. If you aren't watching the wild card games, you need to tune in because this is amazing, and there's nothing else better going on a Saturday. No, college football is not going to be better than this slate of baseball. It's been your boy B-Riff, man. Short video. Thank you for watching. A Yankees preview video coming out soon, as well as my football podcast coming out on Wednesday. Tune in. Guys, always, God bless. See you.